What's up, guys? Welcome to Bible Bell Bros Podcast. This is Dusty. I'm Andrew. And I got the topic today. Oh, yeah.
All right, Andrew. So you're back again. Another topic.
I'm back again. We're back again.
We're back again, but you're back with another topic.
Yes.
The last one went so well.
Dude, we did that as a joke.
Hey,
I intended that to be a joke and just a test video. And somehow it turned out all right.
It did turn out all right, and it was a test, and I told Andrew it's a test, so that's why he came up with that weird topic. Anyways, before we start, I want to know that we've read your comments and your concerns, and we have zoomed out the camera a little bit. Some of you guys did not like being so close to our faces.
I know I'm a wide-bodied guy, so we went ahead and went with the wide zoom camera.
So, I hope you appreciate it. We also added a little bit of backdrop. We moved.
Dusty didn't want me working in the corner anymore, so he brought me out of the corner.
Yeah,
off the
I
corner.
brought him off the corner. He's been, yeah, I went with the topic last week.
Yeah.
It was the corner. But Andrew, you got a new topic?
Yeah, first
Hopefully
I need you
it
to stop
doesn't suck.
pimping me out.
Okay.
So, all right, serious question. How do you make holy water?
Holy water.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I talked to a Catholic priest because, they always have that holy water. I was like, how do you make holy water? And he said, you just boil the hell out of it. That's it. Easy recipe.
Now I have to put not safe for work.
For really? That's not safe for work?
I don't know.
I don't know where you're working. Actually, I know where you're working, and your boss has answered your phone when I've called. I know that's safe.
He's not safe for work either. My boss. All right.
So now, for real,
Yes.
my topic.
Fantastic.
We were sitting in church this week, right? For the second week in a row, our pastor talked about tithing. I think he's trying to tell us something. Right?
He's
'Cause
saying,
I'm pretty sure he looked right at me.
and we're looking back at you, jerk.
I'm tithing. I'd say are you, but I know you are too. All right. So,
Thanks for not bringing me into that tithing conversation with you,
yeah.
Pastor. Okay, appreciate it.
I actually have to bring my phone up. Okay, so Jesus said to give to Caesar what is Caesar's, right? He said that, right?
Right.
Okay, we're on the same page. So, this question was brought up last week, and I had a different answer. Should we tithe on our net or gross? And I'm a little curious because Jesus said to give to Caesar what is Caesar's, but everybody always says that the Bible says that you are returning your tithe to God. It already belongs to God. You're just giving your 10% back to God, or his 10%.
Yeah.
So do we do 10% of gross or 10% of net? Because first our taxes has to come out of it, right?
Right.
And go to Caesar.
And that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's more than the tithe.
So do we tithe on what belongs to Caesar, or do we tithe on just what does not belong to Caesar?
So, or do we tithe on what belongs to the Lord? Is what
Right, that's what I wanted to say.
You wanted to say, but you didn't, because it would ruin your point.
Right.
But our pastor has said, I quote, "Do you want to be blessed on the gross or the net?" I don't know why I kept quoting it while I was doing it. And then my response is, well, do you want to be blessed on 50% or 20%? I don't know.
I mean, it's only like $100.
My tithe.
So,
I need a raise. We need some subscribers.
yes, smash that like button.
Smash it! Boing, boing, boing.
Because unfortunately, although I'm drinking out of a Hideaway cup, we are not sponsored by Hideaway Pizza.
Nope. Nor can we afford Hideaway Pizza.
Oh.
Domino's it is. Not a sponsor.
I like Domino's. Anyways,
Not a
back to topic.
Yeah,
We'll talk about
tithing,
pizza
tithing, tithing. So I really think it's a moot point on tithing. Like, there is an obvious what you believe about the tithe and technically what the tithe is. There's multiple versions of that. If you work for the church, you're going to say it's to give it to the local church and let us have it and deal with it and spend it. If you don't or have issues with the local church, you're going to say that it's not money, is the tithe. So, like, you're going to skew yourself whatever side of the table you're at, you know? So I have to see, like, I skew my opinions and my beliefs off of that many times, and probably with this as well. But I really feel like I have a conviction on how I handle tithe money, but I'm not here to convert you with that. And so,
So, that didn't answer my question at all.
No, it did not. I'm sorry.
Do you tithe on net or gross? Because your gross, you have to pay Caesar what is Caesar's.
Right.
And that Jesus said that it belongs to Caesar. He didn't say it belongs to him.
Well, here's my out, is that I currently am 1099. So,
but you still get taxed. So I'm 1099.
I get taxed, but I don't know what that is until after.
I mean, I know what my tax is. I know my tax bracket.
I don't know math.
You should go to gym class then.
I'm married to an account. I don't even know how much money we have. I can't even ballpark it. I don't even know the account number to our savings bank.
Now,
if Shay passed away,
I know mine. Wait. Are you knocking on
I'm
wood
not
that
knocking
she passes
that she
away?
does. I'm knocking that she doesn't.
Dusty.
She's over there. Shut up.
Oh.
I would not know how to get our money out of the bank.
Or
yes, which banks to go to.
Oh, maybe that. Because all you got to do is call my wife and you get it out of that bank.
That's true.
But I don't know the others. So at least you get part of the money.
So anyways, and then she transfers the tithe for me. I don't know if it's gross or net. Like, I just know it's 10% of something.
And don't get me wrong, guys. I do tithe on gross, not net.
Humble brag.
But it just popped up this week when, again, 2 weeks in a row. Come on, Pastor. 2 weeks.
And that's after a month of Christmas offering build up.
It's true. Holy crap. 6 weeks, Pastor? 6. I went to gym class. I can math.
6.
That's 7. You didn't go to gym class.
So, I brought my handy dandy laptop. Because my problem isn't like, what is the tithe?
Are you trying to calculate it? Because I got a calculator on my phone.
Okay, so I just did a little bit of research. It's really after the podcast with Johnny. We only aired like 30 minutes of it. It was like an hour and a half, and we went into money.
I left
and
early.
he left. It was boring.
They would not stop talking.
And it didn't get arguing or anything like that. It was just like...
It didn't argue at all. Like, it got so boring, I just stopped talking and started playing on my phone, and then I left.
Because you had to work. Because we were off the clock. Let's keep that in mind. Anyways.
Johnny wasn't off the clock. Because he's salaried and works for
That's
the
what I was saying. We.
Oh, yeah, we.
Were off
yes.
the clock.
So, hold up. Real quick, before you bring this up. Oh, my God. Since churches aren't taxed, this is a question for you, actually, because you worked for the church. Did you have to pay taxes on your salary from the church?
Yeah. So that is, or being an ordained minister comes with some tax breaks. There's like a housing allowance, because technically pastors used to have to travel around.
Right.
And so they had moving expenses was kind of
like Peter and Paul. Yeah, I got it.
Right. Moving expenses was kind of incorporated in that kind of mindset. I don't know how much that applies today as it did then, but so you get a housing allowance. So I would say estimate what my rent and my utilities and all that kind of expenses would be, and then I could not be taxed on that on my housing allowance.
Gotcha.
So whatever my housing expenses was like pre-tax or whatever.
Gotcha, pre-tax, yeah.
And so, so that's when you're an ordained minister. That's how you can qualify, I believe, for those type of tax credits.
Gotcha.
So when you are Stephen Furtick and you live in a $7 million mansion, well, guess what? Like, that's a housing allowance. Technically, I don't know if there's a cap or anything like that, but
Stephen, your house is huge.
And so But so there is benefits. So being an ordained minister and getting paid by the church, you're able to do that. But you still have taxes on top of that.
Go ahead,
You
pull
still
up.
pay sales tax unless you use the tithe money and the church card when you go to Walmart to buy stuff, buy Xboxes for giveaway
Oh, no. But you got to test them,
for
right?
ministry.
You got to test them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's this one kid that wasn't able to pick it up.
Oh.
What was your other question?
So,
Yeah.
while you have your laptop out, let's go ahead and get ordained real quick.
Well, you still have to, that money has to come from the church. Like, you can't be a realtor and be an ordained minister and take your realtor money.
That's fine,
You don't get paid by the church.
because you guys are my church now. Now
Well,
pay me.
Officially, we have to start a... Oh, I've looked into it. Because I'm an ordained minister. How can I take advantage of these tax credits? I can't. No churches want to hire me because I...
Because he does podcasts like that.
Yeah. No churches want to hire me because of this podcast, basically.
All right, get on to what
So
you're
what I was saying was, speaking of Stephen Furtick and his nice little house,
Yeah.
they publish their revenue statement and their expenses statement on their website. So they're not hiding it. They're like, we're an open
Right.
book.
Which
And
they're
so
a nonprofit, so they should.
They should. And our church would, but it's not on our website for everybody to see. You probably would have to go ask somebody. And I'm sure that they would show you.
I think it's supposed to be posted somewhere.
I
I only say this because I have a nonprofit. Well, I don't have it myself. I'm part of it, and we have to have ours posted.
And then there's like the people like, well, why? Like if you ask a pastor what he makes, he's going to get offended, even though it's a nonprofit
Right.
and it's supposed to be reported
Public,
what you make.
right.
So like, there's a little bit of things like that, and like, why are you so controlled or concerned about people knowing how much you make? That's always like, then you're probably making too much.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so anyways, so all that aside,
All right, Stephen. Let's
Stephen
check
Furtick,
out your financials.
they collected $77.1 million in, this says total revenue. I'm assuming tithes and offerings is where that comes from.
So that's not including his book sales and all that?
Correct. I do not believe that includes book sales.
Okay.
And so, because the church buys the books. Like that's another marketing scheme of these bigger pastors is they come out with a book, the churches buy the book, so they're bestsellers because they bought their own book with time.
With church money, you're right.
So it's just a revolving door. It can get very dangerous if you're really fast. And not, I'm not saying people are doing it on purpose. I'm just saying it can get dangerous. So so that's a lot of money. And in my mind I'm like, how many lives could you change giving that away? How many compassion children could you sponsor with $77.1 million?
You could sponsor
Could you solve
child.
world hunger, with one church's tithe record?
World hunger? I don't know. Maybe.
I can't remember. It's probably in the
Maybe.
billions. But like providing running water or just water
Wells,
and
right.
all that stuff in all these villages, like they're always asking for money, always needing money. Could you just do that in 1 year? Like provide water?
You could provide 77.1 million wells with that.
Exactly. Or trees if you're Mr. Beast. Ding.
Plant those trees.
So my thought is, okay, so they have their statement, $59.4 million in operating expenses. So they're still saying like, they're still giving away $27 million or $17 million.
17.7.
And so they're still like, wow, we're giving so much money away. But my mind always goes to how much money it takes to run the machine, not necessarily how much margin they're giving away at the end of the year. So like that's where I get like really caught up in that because
I don't see how it costs 59.4 to run a church.
Okay, well they have $18.8 million in personnel.
Well, when one of them has a $7 million mansion.
But I would say a lot of that he's coming from his book sales. It's not coming from necessarily the tithe. Right. Even though the tithe is buying books.
So I see that because going on and leaving Steve. Sorry, Steve, we're going to leave you a little. Joel, good old buddy Joel Osteen.
Oh, yeah.
He takes nothing from the church.
Right.
All of his money comes from his book deals and speaking engagements.
But how did he get those book deals and speaking engagements?
Through his church.
And so, just facilities is $4.9 million. I'm assuming that's, I just took a screenshot, but it's on their website. This is 2018, so I'm assuming it's probably more now.
Right.
But, yeah.
So, I mean, that's not bad for his facilities.
So to me, like, they're running, their operations is 5.9 million.
So his kids and youth is 8.8. I mean, that's not.
So like,
it's not inflated.
No, like,
because he's a mega church.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't look like most churches would be proud to say like they're operating with only 32% personnel. Because I worked at a church where we operated above 90, and so that is good. But my mind just goes to run the weekly machine. Is that God's plan for the church?
That's
you know 80% what I mean?
To run the weekly machine.
Right. But it's still like $17 million
right
margin. So that's where my mind just goes to. It was that God's plan that you're giving way more than 10% back to the community and back to the people, so you're doing your part. But
when you got to think the 80-20 rule here too.
Right. So that's my second thing. I went to nonprofitsource.com and got some online giving statistics, and that is the 80-20 rule, where 20% of people do 80% of the work. Percent of the work, and so or do 100% of the work.
No, it's
80%.
20% of the people do 80% of the work.
It's back to math, and I suck at math. But so like 7 out of 10 tithers base their gross and not their net when they tithe.
Oh wow! So 70% are doing gross.
Right.
Nice. I really would have thought that would have been a lot lower, like maybe 3 out of 10.
So this says about 10 million tithers in U.S. donate about $50 billion yearly to churches and nonprofits.
Okay, I want to take out the nonprofits. I want to know what it is to churches.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a nonprofit.
Right, I get that.
But yeah, so mainly what it was saying, it was 11 to 20%. 70% of people tithe about 11 to 20%, far more than 10% baseline. So you're probably getting a more of a 10-90 rule or whatever of people who are giving way above and beyond to inflate those numbers.
Now I will say I don't give above and beyond yet. I only do my tithe. I only do 10%.
Right.
And so my humble brag from earlier, and I'm kind of shooting myself down now because I don't give. I only tithe.
So he's only given the minimum, but the top minimum.
I'm giving the bare minimum.
So if you're judging it on net, then he's giving more.
So
you should say I tithe on net, and then you give above and beyond that net. Then you look better. So it's about you, Andrew.
You have Smirnoff down here and Grey Goose up here. So I'm tithing Smirnoff. I'm not giving Grey Goose.
I don't care about any of those things. But yeah, and the other stat I had was about tithes, but it's obvious. The more a church receives in revenue in tithes, the more the senior pastor makes. It's an obvious thing, even though
I
churches
would like to see that for our community.
Even though churches would say, well, we're not doing it for the raises, but they will also preach that a man is worth his wage. So if they do get more, even though they're just obeying God, they get the bonus on their side. So
I would like to see.
That was just
how
in
do
Oklahoma,
I put this?
But I'm assuming it's for every
That's
state.
in Oklahoma, you said?
That's just Oklahoma's stats, yeah. That's by Lifeway.com.
We do have a huge mega church here too, but I guarantee he's tied. I don't think his.
You can't guarantee.
I don't know. I can't guarantee, and
you can't guarantee. That's why I always say assume.
Because it makes a butt out of you.
Pro tip. So if I'm wrong, I just was assuming. I wasn't guaranteeing.
I said I think, not... Wait, no. I said I wonder, not I think. Name that episode.
So anyways, what do you tithe, gross or net? Or do you care? Or do you give? Let us know in the comments on Facebook, on our cell phones. I'll give you Andrew's number here in a little bit. But we'll see you guys next week, maybe?
Hopefully.
Or maybe another one this week. Who knows?
We'll take it easy.